Namaskar. I try to be as punctual as I can because I think that's the only thing I can do in this lockdown. Try and be punctual. कोई काम तो है नहीं मुझे. So today is a very special day, primarily because of the fact that I'm going to be doing Adda with my very very good friend Vidya Balan. But more importantly, the backdrop is probably a film which changed both her and my life. Parinita. This is the 15 years of Parinita. And I'll just tell you quickly about my context. That year, the year Parinita got released, there were 3 other films that got released of mine. It's a crazy coincidence that one guy from Delhi comes and boom, 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 3 movies in a year. But look at the irony. One of the films with Sujit Sarkar called Yahan got released on the day where Bombay was completely flooded with a cloudburst. So that almost didn't take off. Then there was second movie was Hazaro Khwaishein Aisi, which was the film got released, the soundtrack didn't get released, the soundtrack got released, the film didn't get released, the usual problem. So thank God for Parinita, because that really was something which होता है हर कंपोजर का एक सपना होता है कि यार एक ऐसा फिल्म होगा जिसमें ऐसे गाने होंगे, ऐसा पिक्चराइज होगा. And today's Adda, of course, being Parinita, also is to find out that what all we went through. It's amazing. I was chatting with Vidya, and what all we went through to do this film. It didn't seem then, but now it seems now. But thanks all of you for being here. What I'll do is, because there's so much to do with chat on, I will probably quickly get Miss Balan on. Oh my God.
Hello.
Vidya Balan.
কেমন আছো?
আমি দারুণ আছি, তুমি কেমন আছো?
খুব
That's it.
খুব ভালো। Oh, you don't know too much Bengali, no?
No. Yeah. Correct. You can teach me. I can teach you. Yeah. So, Vidya, there are a lot of people today.
15 years.
Oh yeah. Okay. मैं घबरा गया. 15 years. Can you believe it, Vidya? Huh?
Amazing.
This is like unbelievable.
Yeah.
Vidya, I'll tell you one thing, that today's chat, there are many of our friends and mentors are there. There is, of course, Guldar Sahab there, who's watching this. He says, "बहुत अच्छी लड़की है." He doesn't know you very well.
No, he's not really watching it, is he?
He's really watching.
I won't be able to talk now.
No, it's okay. And then there is, of course, our director, Pradeep Sarkar. He's there. Piyu Bodhi is there.
Hi,
is there. Then I think you tell me a lot of our batchmates from Parinita there.
Yes.
There. Yes.
I think they're supposed to have joined in Tanushree, who was the art director on the film.
Yes.
Paula, with whose voice this film starts. Amar Shonar Bangla.
Amar Shonar Bangla. Beautiful.
Yeah, how beautifully she sang it, huh?
I can see Tanushree. Tanushree, hi. I can see Bishu. Bishudeep is there also. Oh my God, Bishudeep Chatterjee.
Where's Swan?
Lovely. Yeah, I don't know. He must be writing poetry somewhere.
And also Shubharna, the costume designer.
Hey Shubharna, if you're there, hi. You did some awesome costumes for Vidya. You gave me nothing. It's okay. So I must tell this to our viewers who are watching, and so that whenever I used to enter Pradeep Sarkar's office, there used to be a girl who was not as gorgeous as she now. She was a very simple dressed girl sitting outside. I used to ask Swanand. I used to ask Swanand कि यार ये लड़की यहाँ पे क्यों बैठती है? तो Swanand is saying, sir, ये Pradeep is trying her for Parinita. मैंने कहा oh अच्छा. तो after 3 days again I used to come. She used to sit there. मैंने कहा ये क्या सीन है इसका? कहता सर वो शांतनु वो पिछले वाला जो उनका स्क्रीन टेस्ट था वो रिजेक्ट हो गया है. तो इसलिए वो फिर से आई है. मैंने कहा अच्छा. This is to go on for months. It's going on, and look at the tragedy of it. That every time Vidya's screen test is being rejected. The same day, I am supposed to present a tune to Pradeep. And Pradeep is in a horrible mood. Okay. He's grumpy, sitting down there. So I would sing something. So I have figured out in my head that till this girl called Vidya Balan keeps on getting rejected, there's no way in hell Shantanu Moitra's tune will be accepted. So I told
So
one day.
You prayed for me. Tell me you prayed for me.
I prayed for me. I prayed for me. So I told Swanand, ये क्या होगा यार, ये जब तक इसका पास नहीं होगा तो हम पास नहीं होंगे. So Swanand said me, sir, आप समझ नहीं रहे. We are doing this music for Parignita film. She is going to be Parignita. उसका acceptance बड़ा important है. Otherwise हम गाना किसके लिए करेंगे? So I understood it. Vidya, you remember those days?
Of course I remember those days. And you were talking about how many times this happened. और एक वक्त ऐसा आया शांतनु में, I said, बेचारे दादा, it's his first film also. Of course, he was very well established in advertising, and he'd done such lovely music videos and all that. And I said, poor man, his faith gave me faith in myself, honestly. But having said that, finally one day I went into his office and I told him, Dada, whatever happens, you make this film. And he said, "Tu kya bol rahi hai?" You know how Dada talks, huh? He said, "Pagal ho gayi hai." I said, "No, I really mean it. You have to make this film irrespective. Mera kuch na kuch ho jayega." I said, "You can make your next with me or something like that." And I remember after that, Shantanu, I ran out of the office, hailed a cab. I used to live in Chembur, and I have bawled on the way.
And that is not the only day you bawled. You used to bawl every alternate day.
Yeah, but that day I felt like क्योंकि नहीं हो रहा है और ये इतनी कोशिश कर रहे थे ना, मुझे लगा कि यार मेरी वजह से इनका बेड़ा गर्क ना हो जाए. It seemed like that is what was happening. And I remember Tanushri is witness to this because she saw me getting into the cab and then we got into the cab together and I bawled. I said, you know what? This is not going to happen. And I've said this to Dada now. But it was so heartbreaking. Every one of those tests, कभी-कभी लगता था मेरी उंगली टेस्ट कर रहे हैं विनोद चोपड़ा. समझ में ही नहीं आता था कि किस चीज का टेस्ट हो रहा है. But it was all worth it, yeah. And
yeah, of course.
I remember when I first heard Raat Hamari To. Soumitra Dasgupta, the artist.
Yes.
He was also in that room. It was Soumitra, it was Dada. I think there was Lynn and me in that room. And Dada said, "Sun, ye naya gana hai. Zara sun." I heard the song.
Swanand's opening lines. Kari kari ratiya, ratiya, andhiyari ratiya, raat hamari to चांद की सहेली है, कितने दिनों के बाद आए हो अकेली, संझा के बाती भी कोई बुझा दिया, अंधेरे से जी करनी. This is like तेरा रूठा है, तेरा बैठा है, गुमसुम सा कोने में बैठा है. So this was the first song I created. You tell me what happened to you when you heard the song.
I felt like y'all had written it for me. That is what I was going through in life at that point. It felt there was a certain hopelessness. There was anger, there was frustration. And I remember just being stunned, and then just quiet tears rolling down my face. And when I looked around, everyone was crying.
Mm.
It
Mm.
was such a beautiful moment. It still remains, something still happens to me, when I
Absolutely.
hear
Uh,
Raat Hamari To. And
because
our first test was on Raat Hamari To, if you remember.
oh yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I
Uh,
loved the song. I knew it. Bolo?
no, I was just saying that it's amazing now that this is like your first love, which is like whatever we do in our lives, and I'm going to talk later about this, but somehow Parinita, because of the family, the way Dada was, Vinod's Vidya Chopra's complete different personality, he was pushing us, pushing us, pushing us, pushing us,
Yeah.
pushing us. And the thing about Rathamari, too, also very important for you to know, Vidya, that Vinod told Swanand and me that Shantanu, if you can do this kind of a song for other songs in Parinita,
Huh.
then you are doing the movie. This is your benchmark. So he
Oh,
gave us the movie
really?
listening to Raat Hamari To. So Raat Hamari To is
Wow.
magical for both of us, you and me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so people keep on talking about the star, Vidya, the actress Vidya. But one of the things that I'm interested about is this the girl who wants to just do a good job and be true to the trust that Pradeep Sarkar has entrusted upon her. I want to talk about that because I think in many, many ways, all of us every now and then go through these phases, and this lockdown is a huge introspection about things that we
Yeah.
take for granted and things which is thing. So, so Vidya, tell
Yeah.
me, one suppose आज का एक test हुआ तेरा और तेरा test didn't go
Hmm.
well.
Hmm.
Now you're gone back home.
Hmm.
What's your state of mind?
I think I used to be, I would spend hours in the office because not only the entire team was a friend. We were all in this together, you know. So there used to be conversations, same conversations used to be rehashed. अब क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, and Dada would be like, or what can we do the next time to convince Vinod Chopra? And so I used to go home late in the night. I used to be there hanging around like from morning to night. I was literally like part of the furniture. And I used to just go home to sleep because I also, you know, it was, I don't know, that was my way of coping with this, I think. I used to just hang out with everyone. Also, um, I'd stopped doing ads in preparation for Parinita.
I remember.
So
Yeah.
actually, I was not doing any work at that time. So otherwise, ad films काफी सारे हो जाते थे, एक महीने में 4-5 तो हो ही जाते थे. But there was nothing really, So I kept waiting. I used to be it was almost like, when you go through a breakup, you don't want to go home. You just want to keep rehashing the same thing again and again, going through, acha ye, what did he say? What did I say? What could I have done differently? It was almost like that on a daily basis.
You're having breakups on a daily basis. It's almost like that, because the amount of rejections that you must have gone through. Whether you're frozen. Hello, can you hear me? I forgot to pray to the internet goddess today. Please help us.
So no.
Can you hear me? Ah, good, good, good. You're back.
Yeah, now I can.
So I was saying it was like almost you're
Yeah.
going through breakups almost every other
So you were
day
saying?
with amount of rejections you must have gone
Yeah,
through.
exactly. Exactly what it was. I used to feel rejected, but then I would feel like I go to sleep feeling like maybe this is not for me, but I'd wake up in the morning feeling, and anyway, I would wake up in the morning, have a chat with Dada, have a chat with maybe Tanushree or, Paula. We were all like, I cannot even begin to tell you how
Family.
everyone knows. Yeah, each of them, Paula, Tanushree, रोज मुझे फोन करके रोज मुझे मेरा हौसला बढ़ाते थे. They used to say, no, this is going to happen. Lynn was another one. तो फिर, and of course, it was I
What
think they
was
now
your
feel like ठीक है.
what was your director telling you when a test was being failed? What was he telling you?
I think he was as nervous, but the beauty is his faith in me never wavered. He didn't question कि अच्छा ये लड़की कर पाएगी या नहीं. He was just like, how can I convince Vinod Chopra to see her the way I am seeing her, because I see her as Lolita. तो उनके दिमाग में I think at least I didn't ever sense any doubt कि maybe I should go ahead and make this film with someone else. You know, for that I'll be.
That's amazing. No, also, my only complaint to Pradeep is that if he's watching that, all his attention he gave you. So me and Swanand were like children of the lesser god. So whenever I used to play him a tune, he would be scared.
Look at the music.
When I was telling him a tune, he would be sketching some storyboard or something. In fact, I don't know whether we guys can see it, that it's amazing what kind of detailed storyboard Pradeep used to do. Can you see on the right hand side, guys? So that's the kind of detailed storyboarding Pradeep Sarkar used to do. It's like as if seeing a movie without seeing the movie. Every frame is drawn out. Everything is. This is that famous scene in between Saif and Vidya. So correct. So
I have to tell you. Sorry, you finish this and
no, that's it. No, that's it. Please. Yeah.
No, so in this scene, I wore Bodhi sari.
Okay.
Pure Bodhi sari. It was a beautiful Banarsi. It was an old sari, so it was already fraying in places. And Shubarna loved the sari. She said, Dada said, "Acha, this is what we're going to use." Now, scene mein, Saif is supposed to slap me, and I fall against the banister. So Shubarna comes to me just before the shot and she says, Sean, I love you. Be careful, huh? I hope you don't get hurt. Because the sari shouldn't tear. And I was like, what? I hope you don't get hurt because the sari shouldn't tear. She said, हाँ मेरे पास double नहीं है ना.
Oh my God.
But this is the beauty. I keep teasing her about it to this day. कि इतने इस सब में तुम्हें साड़ी का ही ख्याल है, but that's the beauty ना. हर डिपार्टमेंट को अपना ही काम दिखता है. It was till date I tease her about it कि तुम्हें तो साड़ी की पड़ी थी.
We talked about the rejections. Let's talk about the day in which that call came, which was about you are going to be our Parinita. Tell me that moment, because funnily enough, I was on the other side of the phone because that day one of my tunes got approved. so I was sitting with Vinod and Pradeep when Vinod said ki Pradeep, call your Parinita and tell her. So I want this story from two camera angles. First you say from your camera angle, then I will say from my camera
angle. And then you, okay. So I had सारे tests हो चुके थे. इस test में I think I had just literally given up. I said कि ये हो गया, जैसे हुआ है. Now let me forget about this film and go and enjoy myself. Enrique was performing in India at MMRDA.
Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, Enrique.
Wow.
And you remember Pavitra, who's now a photographer, who was Nada's assistant then. Yeah. So Pavitra and I went for the concert, and he knew what a crazy fan of Enrique I was. So I said, Pavitra, मुझे किसी भी तरह उसका हाथ छूना है. Huh? So he said, I said, I don't know how, but stage के पास जाते हैं, किसी तरह मुझे उठा लो, 2-3 लोगों की मदद ले लो, मुझे, because these things happen at these concerts. We braved the crowd, pushed and through people and all, reached there, and they announced that he's next going to sing Hero. Okay, and I reach near the stage. Pavitra is about to hoist
pick you up.
And at that time, he gets a call. Look at the timing. He gets a call. The song is not started. He gets a call. He picks up and says, "Haan, Dada." Dada says, "Vidya ko de." So he gives me the phone. I said, "No, Pavitra." So he said, "No, take the call." So I said, "Haan, Dada, baad mein phone karti hu." He said, "Nee, ruk. Vinod Chopra wants to talk to you." And I was like, अब रिजेक्ट करना ही है तो ऐसे. So I told him, I said, Mr. Chopra, can I call you after the concert? He said, no, you will speak to me now.
Vinod, typical Vinod.
Yeah, really. So I said, I have to brave a crowd of 20,000. I've just come. I, you're also screaming and saying, but I'm in a. He said, no, get out right now. So I was like, okay, बकरी को हलाल करने से पहले, I said, हलाल करने ही वाले हो तो, why all this conversation? Just tell me anyway. Somehow we got out. I get out, and he says, "You are my Parinita."
Oh my God.
And Hero starts playing inside. I cannot.
This is
Drama.
surreal.
This is real life drama. And I'm crying, and Pavitra saying, "What happened?" Pavitra didn't know, poor thing, uska bhi concert gaya. So he's saying, "What happened? What happened?" And I said, I just kept crying.
Yeah.
But in that, he said, जैसे क्या कहते हैं वो, जैसे हीरे को तराशते हैं ना, you polish a diamond, you polish उसको क्या कहते हैं, anyway,
Important नहीं है. Important ये कि हाँ. I think what Vinod meant was that it started with something like this, okay, of the many loots, but it's incredible that when it started like something like.
See the image.
You can't see? No, they can see. You can't see because you're on a bad iPad. But but from there it became this, and that is just so amazing that that girl in the bottom with that sari, that look, that transformation honestly would not have happened if Vidya Balan Chopra had not pushed. and you know this.
Said,
Sorry.
And I remember then going back home, and obviously Pavitra came back to Chembur to drop me. Uska bhi concert gaya. I just बेचारा. और घर गए तो दादा और बोदी वहां आए हुए थे.
Your house?
Jin was there. Yeah.
How sweet. Wow.
House, yeah, really.
मेरा इतने सारे गाना अप्रूव हुआ, मेरे घर में कोई नहीं आया. विद्या, this is cheating here. Anyway,
But I think they were also so relieved, yeah. And my parents were like, I don't think it hit them until much later, कि हुआ क्या है. They were like, हाँ, किसको क्या चाय देना है, कॉफी देना है, क्या. But then I said, I've actually bagged this film. It was surreal. It remains one of those really special moments.
Yeah, because because number of tests that you have gone through, and secondly, Vidya Balan Chopra films, and this is very important, Vidya, for both of us, that in a place like Bombay, I'm coming from Delhi. I don't know anybody from the film industry actually, and this is the name that you've kind of always heard. 1940 Love Story, Parinda. This what a surreal thing, Vidya, is that the day I was entering Vidya Balan Chopra's office, I got a call from Javed Akhtar sir, and I'll never ever forget this. So it's my Enrique Iglesias moment.
Oh wow!
So Javed sir said that I just got to know that you, and he was always been amazing to me in my life, right from Apke Sawan. He loved the album, and he always wanted me to come and work in Bombay, and he was very close to Sudhir Mishra. That's why Hazaro Khwaishein actually.
Right.
But the amazing part of the call was that he said, Shantanu, I just got to know that you are working on Vidya Balan Chopra's next film that he's producing. I said, yes, sir. He said, Shantanu, I don't know what will happen between you and me, कि हम कभी काम करेंगे कि नहीं, but that your life is now sorted in Bombay, that's for guaranteed, because you are now working with Vidya Balan Chopra. How sweet of that man. How sweet of that
really.
man.
Do you know, just for your information, he and I are both Capris. Capricorn.
Should I be?
Okay.
Should I be?
Moving on swiftly.
Yeah. One of the things that I always thought I will do now that we are having this chat is, I know when I created the song what happened. Tell me what happened when the shooting was happening. Okay. I'll sing a few lines of so the song which got approved the day the Enrique Iglesias moment happened in your life was
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one. जिया डोले हाले हाले क्यों ये डोले जानो ना दिल की जो बातें हैं बातें जो दिल
बातें
की
जो
हैं,
दिल की है
में
दिल में
रखना
रख
क्या
दिया
लग दूंगा खोलूंगा लग दूंगा
लब
आंखों
दूंगा
से सब कह दिया पियू बोले पिया बोले
पिया बोले
जिया डोले हाले हाले tell me about the shoot. What was happening in the shoot?
the shoot was we shot in various locations in Kolkata, right?
Yeah.
It was I just felt like a yesteryear movie star, who used to get these lovely songs to lip sync. And this was my dream. I remember Sharmila Tagore visited our set the day we were shooting this, the first sequence.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, my God, I'm feeling like that. And here is Sharmila Tagore, who's a queen from that era.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It was just some things you just can't
Yeah.
forget.
Describe.
Yeah, it was amazing. And I remember that moment, when I rolled my
Ah,
eyes. उसके
yeah,
इतने सारे takes हुए थे.
yeah.
But I have to say this, that Dada also made sure he brought out the best in me, made every effort to bring out the best in me, whether it was Vidya, the makeup artist, Hema Munshi, the hairstylist, and most importantly, Nati. Nati ने तो I think Nati को अब भी आप नींद से उठा के पूछो कि इसका कौन सा एंगल क्या है, वो बता देगा आपको. Because
It's
Dada
amazing.
studied my face and I made sure yeah,
And
Nati knew my face like
I'll
that.
just
So when
put
I look at myself in Pew Bole na,
so guys, that's Natrajan that you see behind the camera. That's Vidya's profile shot. Natrajan was part of. It's very important to mention. Natrajan has been part of Pradeep Sarkar right from our Delhi days. Lots of music
yeah.
videos and Dhoom Pichak and Palash and all that. Nati was part of it, and that is why when Parinita happened, Pradeep and Nati were just like this. The trust was amazing, which is why Vidya looked the way she looked
Yes.
in Parinita. She was gorgeous because of it, the cinematographer and the filmmaker both were obsessed. So that's like complete cheating.
And I haven't looked like that since so many people tell me that, they've complimented me on my other films and all that, but when it comes to Parinita was a different thing, yeah. Every frame was a painting. So anyway,
Ah,
coming back to yeah, and that was, I guess, all that was in Dada's imagination. I have to narrate another incident. एक
पहले ये तो
when
कंप्लीट
we
कर
were
ये कंप्लीट कर पहले
हाँ
ये वाला हाँ
परिणीता का ही बता रही हूँ.
हाँ बोल हाँ
Shooting thi, Dada had wanted when Seth's playing the piano, there's a back, I'm bending over and there's a back shot of me. So he had wanted a particular lace for the blouse, a vintage lace. Now, Shubharna had got the blouse done, but when we went on set, Dada saw a small crease on the blouse. And that was it. He fired the life out of her. Shubharna was like on the verge of tears. But look at it, Shantanu, that day, a new sari had come in from some store in Kolkata with a ready-made blouse. And I had tried it on also because I loved it. So I told Shubharna, I said, why don't we show Dada that? He still said, you go fix this blouse and all. And we had just come from Shiliguri, and we were all like a little tired also, but we had a night shoot. And then I wore this and came in and showed Dada, and that is a pink and blue sari that's in the song. which
Oh,
is, yeah, that was a last minute addition that was not even part of all our costume trials and all that. So Dada was that finicky. So I feel like, that, and to date, people tell me about Piyu Bole, how they love that song, how that song was
picturesque.
picturized. Yeah, there was even in the frames, there was poetry, yeah. Not just the music was lilting, but there was poetry in every frame. That man.
Um, just to let you know about the detailing of Parinita that Vidya is talking about, just to let you know the craziness, and that's what Pradeep Sarkar is, and we are all indebted for him. There's a boat sequence in the song. Okay, which Vidya will tell you, but I'll tell you one thing. Look at the detailing. So,
Yeah.
so the tempo of the song is da-ra-ra-ra, da-ra-ra. So it's basically tam tam tam. Pradeep wants that boat to rock on
Yeah,
that tempo.
exactly. Yeah.
And he's telling the boatman, Hochina, Hochina, Hochina. The boat is ghabra gaya, kya Hochina? He's not getting the tempo. Who is this man? But look at the magic when you see when you see the video of that song, when it was
Yeah.
the rushes we was watching. I remember Vidya Chopra had come to our small guest house to see what was happening.
Chaurangi. Yeah, yeah.
He told Pradeep, "How did you get this in rhythm?" And Pradeep had that dry smile.
Yeah.
Because he had probably taken 100 takes. So that's the genius of Pradeep Sarkar, that he wanted everything in rhythm. That's how he had briefed me and Swanand about the song, that he had how briefed Shreya Ghoshal about the song. I remember, you hold on to your thought because I want to know about that
Yeah.
video. But very important thing is that one of the things that he told Shreya, I still remember, was that, and he speaks very less, Pradeep, when he's briefing somebody. He says that, just imagine, Shreya, that the whole world, everything is in tempo. Everything is in tempo. And that is what she's feeling. That's why it's a beautiful love song. And that's such a beautiful brief that he gave to both Sonu Nigam and Shreya Ghoshal, that I don't want to go into details, because probably Pradeep also didn't know what the details were. But the fact is that everything is lilting, everything is beautiful. The clouds, the lighting, the water, the boat, everything is perfect, and that's how you sing it.
Even the pattas used to move according to Dada,
That's yeah.
and that poor Bhavani, he had to throw
Bhavani!
Bhavani. He had to throw it in music,
Music.
in rhythm.
I think nobody can assist Pradeep if you're not musical. There's no way.
Yeah, I think so. But I started appreciating music. How, for example, that was my first experience of doing a song anyway. But how everything is in rhythm thanks to Dada.
That's true. Beautiful.
That's something that it's a basic thing. Music is in everything. It's like maths is in everything.
Absolutely.
But
Beautifully said.
yeah, but we don't really pay attention to it.
So,
And after working with Dada, I started. There's
looking
so
at
much
that.
I learned there that, you learned there that held you in good stead later in life, because once you've done one film, people think that especially when your work has been appreciated, the film is done well. People don't spend time telling you or teaching you things. So all the
Very well
learning
said.
happened there.
Yeah. Tell me about that sequence when you were on the boat. What was happening?
I got giddy because the sun was overhead. And I didn't dare tell Dada, because I'll tell you what happened. When I was shooting for the Euphoria video, Kabhi Aana Tu Meri Gali, we had shot for 5 days and 4 days and 4 nights continuously. Now, this was the fifth day morning. Raat bhar shooting karne ke baad, there was I'm putting water into the tulsi plant. And now I'm sleepy, I'm hungry, there was I don't know, sugar or salt low kya tha, तो मैं थोड़ी, मुझे लग रहा था कि मैं बेहोश होने वाली हूँ. He said, अभी टाइम नहीं है.
बेहोश होने का.
I thought to myself, I said, what a heartless. That was the first time I really worked with Dada. I'd done one ad with him before that. I thought to myself, what a heartless man. And मैंने दिमाग में सोचा था कि इनके साथ तो मैं कभी उसके बाद काम नहीं करूंगी. Because I was so tired. I was
Obviously.
But so therefore, in that boat sequence, when I got giddy, I just told someone, give me some sugar. I had the sugar quickly. and I didn't let him know that I was giddy.
Did I tell you that guitar which Saif is playing on that video is my guitar? And Pradeep didn't tell me that he's taking on the board. He said, today I will just shoot a little bit. Cut to देखा साला नदी के बीच में मेरा गिटार बज रहा है. I said, no, my guitar. He said, no. It's all for the frame. So I've never seen he's a frame pujari. Everything is about frame. Vidya, one of the funniest stories of Pradeep Sarkar and Parinita was when Sanjay Dutt had come. And he was... So Sanjay Dutt was supposed to... his shoot got delayed for 3 days because Dada was shooting close-ups of Kabutar. Because they were not in tempo, rhythm, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sanjay was shocked. What is happening? One of the amazing sequences of Sanjay Dutt, which I'll share with people out here, is that Kaisi Peheli song, which is happening. So Sanjay Dutt is sitting there, and Saif is there. So Sanjay has been given the script a long time back. He has not read it. So he's asking Saif that. तेरा क्या रोल है इसमें? तो he said, मैं ऐसा हूँ. अच्छा. मेरा, what am I? Okay, we are the two guys. Okay. And the girl, she's the fresher. अच्छा, Vidya. Okay, very nice. अच्छा. So finally, who gets her?
And can I tell you, there was another instance when we are doing the cake cutting scene. There was Smita, there was Supriya and everyone. Basically Girish's family. वहां पे कुछ केक कटिंग हो रहा है, वो केक टेबल पे पड़ा हुआ था, and suddenly everyone, Dada comes and tells me, you're shaking your legs, stop it, because I have a
even I have.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm not doing anything. So एक टेक खराब हुआ, 2 टेक खराब हुआ. He's telling me involuntarily, तुझे पता भी नहीं चल रहा, तू ऐसे कर रही है. मैंने कहा मैं नहीं कर रही हूँ. So I'm holding myself tight कि क्या पता, when the shot happens, maybe I'm doing it. 3-4 शॉट बाद मैंने नीचे देखा during the shot, it was Sanjay Dutt. Then I went to Dada, I said Sanjay Dutt is doing it, it's not me. तो ऐसे 3-4 टेक निकल गए. फिर 3-4 टेक वो केक काटने में वो ठीक नहीं हो रहा था, वो निकल गया. फिर कोई 12 टेक्स के बाद we got an okay take. But finally, when Dada, and he used to look like this into his monitor, closely, that hawk's eye. And when he was looking in, he realized कि पीछे clock बंद हुआ है. And we were all just getting ready for the
next one.
For pack up. No, for pack up. Raat ki shooting thi. And he said one more. I'll never forget Sanjay Dutt's expression. He was like, one more क्यों? And Dada said, because वो clock बंद पड़ गया था. I cannot express in words what a priceless expression Sanjay Dutt had. In his career, I don't think he'd done 12 takes, And here, the 13th take was going to be because the clock had stopped.
You दिख भी नहीं रहा. You can't even see.
Priceless moments.
One of the most we started with Raat Hamari To, but a little bit about the shoot and your preparation, because it comes in a point in the film where actually with your performance and your body language, you completely feel the desolation. What was the preparation for this shot and how was this happening?
For me, I think I knew Lolita before I got on set, which has also informed the way I work. I began to work in the subsequent films. I needed to know my character really well, but I knew her really well because I'd spent so much time with Dada while he was writing, and he had shown me, he used to give me homework. Ki, Acha, aaj ye film dekh ke aana, we'll discuss this. I remember watching Ray's Shima Bodho. That was, so he used to make me watch various things, or he would just show me something. There he had a little TV there. He would say, "Ye scene dhyan se dekh." So and we had done ads together, music videos together, Kisson Ki Chadar, Shubha Mudgal. So I think I knew Lolita. I knew what she was going through at every given point of time. So I don't think it required preparation. But there's a very crazy story to do with this. So in Raat Hamari To, So you hear the voice, Ratiya, Kari Kari, Ratiya. And you see me sitting on the stairs, desolate, broken, and just रात हमारी तो शुरू होने से पहले दादा says, on that beat, I want, just feel that you're broken from within and someone puts a hand on you and you break down. So I want tears at exactly that time. And you know the pressure of that, वो tear या तो पहले निकलता था या बाद में निकलता था, उस point पे कभी नहीं निकलता था.
Correct.
So we ended up doing 28 takes. And initially without glycerine मैं रो रही थी, पर उसके बाद आंसू भी सूख गए. तो then I started using glycerine. So I remember, and my eyes swelled up. So Vidyadhar, who was our makeup artist, he went to Dada and he said, Dada, ye zara aankh kholo na, main kuch lagata hu. He put glycerine after the shot was okay. He put glycerine in Dada's eyes. He said, Dada, बेचारी से आपने 28 takes करा.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
You take. But you know, he was that, when you see it on film, it looks beautiful. But I remember the stress कि वो wrong time पे निकल जाएगा used to make it happen at the wrong time. But when you see it in the film, na, you literally feel like someone's touched her. You know, sometimes when you're most vulnerable and someone's just touches your hand or something, you can just break down. And it was that, and that. There's so many memories. Yeah, we can keep going on and on and on.
We'll take a Suna man kangan Ayal ki
wo chan chan.
Cut to मन में शाम हो या सवेरा लगा तेरी ही यादों का डेरा तूने बंधन किए तोड़ा तूने काहे को मुंह मोड़ा कहो ना
फूले फूले
भावना डोले मन में
तेरी याद
बाग में पीयू I like this part. कैसे काटे सुनी रातें कहो ना I can go on and on, but the thing is that again is such a beautifully shot song. Vidya, we are so fortunate as a music composer. Today I feel it that इतना कुछ हो रहा है कोई apart from Sanjay Leela Bansali, nobody is shooting songs like a song sequence. And as a composer, I miss that, Vidya. I just miss that. That song being narrative.
Yeah, and I still feel that, you know, while Bansali also shoots his songs beautifully, Dada's songs also have an intimacy.
Absolutely.
You know, that when he's playing the piano and you see the shots of them as children, you see their entire story. It all comes together.
Looks,
you know, that
touches between the lines. That, you know, and you were and see, that's the thing, that this, why are we discussing Parinita in 15 years? So many things happen 15 saal baad, wo to discuss nahi karte, because Vidya can't believe it, this was your debut. And I can't believe it, I did the music. We must talk about abhi now the film is done, and now we are all going to Amsterdam for the IFA, because in IFA this movie is being premiered. Now this is a separate movie in itself, and look at the people who went. This is unbelievable. So this, our group is Vidya Balan, Raima, who's a madhouse, complete madhouse.
Yeah.
Vidya, Raima, Natarajan, Nati, me, Bishwadip Jaraji, Swanand Kirkere. Anybody else?
Swanand.
This was
No,
it.
these are
Six
the
people.
people. Yeah.
Now
On
the
this
out
night,
of
it was just us.
yeah. So now out of this, Vidya and Swanand have never gone abroad. Okay.
Yeah.
I have probably gone one or twice. So this is so, and I can also understand that Vidya is her debut. Mane, I don't know what does debut mean? What will happen? Amsterdam mein unko pakad ke marenge, kya hoga, kya nahi hoga? Who the hell knows? So she's obviously tense about it. And we guys are clueless about all this. Anyway, I'm like, chal raha hai. So the funny story is, guys, that at the Amsterdam airport, because it's IFA and all that, cars come. So naturally, Vidya and I think Raima, they went off in the car. Me and Swanand are in one car. Swanand rolls down the window and calls somebody up. And he puts the mobile phone outside the window and there's a sound coming. Because the car is moving now. And he's saying, Oi! Videsh ki hawa sun! Swanand, what are you doing? He said,
How lovely.
So because he's come abroad for the first time, and that's the innocence of Swanand, he's called up his friend in Indore and usko wo Videsh ki hawa suna raha. But this is not the end of the story. Exactly 1 mahine ke baad, I think that time we had started working on Lagera Munna Bhai. Swanand comes to the studio extremely angry with the world. And he comes and throws his phone in the studio. I said, Swanand, everything is okay? Sir, ये लूट रहे हैं लोग, हमको लूट रहे हैं sir. I said, क्या हुआ sir? क्या हुआ? He said, sir, देखो ना bill आया है. So I saw a bill of $75,000. And those were the heydays of mobile phone. And out of this, I can see one call from Amsterdam for $35,000. So that Hawa costed $35,000.
Cost him so much.
Or and Amsterdam was, because Vidya, I never talked to you about it. It's a great. What was your thing? You're the debut, the actress of Parineeta, IFA, Amsterdam. What is happening? Tell me what's happening with you.
Nothing, I don't think there was time to process what was happening. Till then, I hadn't interacted with the media. They decided that they're only going to get Saif and Sanju to do promotions. I think Raima also did a little bit. Then everyone's landed in Amsterdam. And my family, as a matter of fact, had gone 5 days before for a holiday. But yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So my parents, my sister, brother-in-law, my cousin, they had all reached for the premiere, but 5 days before. I couldn't go because I don't know what was happening. I wasn't ready for the. I decided not to go. So I've landed here at 2 o'clock. The premiere is at 6 o'clock. So there was no time to, look around the place or anything. We go for the premiere. And I remember there was no one. Vidyadhar was there. He did my makeup, but my hair. There was Adda's assistant Tanya.
Correct.
Was helping me. Yeah, Tanya, Tanushree were helping me tong my hair. हमसे जो बन पड़ा किया. We got out. The premiere happened, and I went in unknown. But I think by the time the film was over, suddenly they ushered. I didn't even interact with anyone. They just ushered me in for a press conference, and then they started telling me, Mr. Bachchan has said so and so thing. There was a quote from Mr. Bachchan, and
because Mr. Bachchan's voiceover is there in the film when it starts also.
Yes, of course, of course. So I did the press conference, and I came out, and my sister said, "You're to the manner born. You were fielding questions like you've been doing this for your life." I said, yeah, but it didn't even strike me that Mr. Bachchan had complimented me. I think I was just on, I had to get through this, right? I couldn't process anything. Then there was an after party. We went to the after party, and then
I remember.
Yeah. And by the time I reached the after party, really, there were not many. So then I said, I want to see Amsterdam. So they took me. Yeah, my father, Sabas from Viscraft, and me drove through the red light district. They said, Kuch tu dekh lo Amsterdam ka, because my flight back was at 5 in the morning. Because they had major media plans after I went back. And it was that time when I was driving past, and later, of course, we all girls went for a walk also. Tanushri, Tanya, Shubarna, my sister, and it was that was when it hit me. Ki this has happened. It's and people have liked my work. It's for real. I was on auto mode. It was unbelievable. And from the time I landed in Bombay, Shantanu, for 1 month, my phone didn't stop ringing. Those were the days of the landline. And my mobile phone was full of messages. I was constantly, if I was not doing interviews, I was replying to messages. Otherwise, I was just picking up the call. People were getting in touch with my parents from everywhere, people who had lost touch. It was crazy. Then finally, at the end of that June month, I went to Kolkata for some event. I've been called as a chief guest and all. It was quite amazing. So I said, can I go to Kalighat? I just want to go to Kalighat. So they organized it. I went to Kalighat and I was praying there and I felt cut, 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 some. So I looked and there were photographers all around me.
Paparazzi.
And I said, yeah, paparazzi. They had obviously, because I've gone directly from the event, they were all there. But it did something to me. I suddenly realized in that moment that I can't expect to have privacy outside of my home anymore. I remember coming back home, coming to Bombay and crying because I think I was also overwhelmed. I was overjoyed. It was so many things, right? All that you'd wanted all your life had actually happened. And then there was this also that, suddenly you're also realizing that, oh, this comes at a price and I don't for 1 minute regret it. I embrace it. But it was a moment of realization. It was surreal. It still feels unreal sometimes. People say that, Hrithik Roshan and you are two people who had the best debuts. And I'm like, it is true. I think I was blessed to have the debut I did. And being a non-star kid, not being from the industry. Unbelievable.
But I've seen.
But all of our lives changed with that.
Yeah, all of us life changed, and this is why I think Parinita is so special, because none of us could have done this alone. It was the family called Parinita, right from everybody, including what was his name? जो canteen में हम लोग मैगी बनाता था. Keep on forgetting his name. दादा को Sachin, who was given instruction not to give salt to Pradeep Dara. He used to put a salt. So everybody, I think in my case, I will say that a lot has happened in my life since. But Parinita will always be that college graduation where we were unknown. We had dreams. We had unknown. The joy of knowing there is a world there, but you had not stepped there. That is that innocence, that beautiful, that trying hard. Let nobody ever think that Vidya Balan got anything on a platter. I was there witness that this girl, every alternate days she was crying, but
and thanks to me, you didn't get it on a platter also.
Yeah, what nonsense. No, but the thing is this, that I think, very funnily, when I was doing Parinita, I was there in the shoot also some other day. I knew this was something special. And I don't care for box office. I know these are special moments. The bonding with people. Vidya, you are like a production assistant to Pradeep Sarkar. Forget the actress. You knew everything. You knew what's happening. You know kya karna chahiye, kya nahi karna chahiye. What kind of involvement must be there? You will do a lot of films in your life, Vidya Balan.
Yeah.
But this, it cannot be. This was meant to be there like that. And
No, absolutely. And all of us stayed together at that Chawl guest house.
Churungi. Oh my God. Yeah.
It was literally like walking out of your bedroom and into the hall, and everyone would be congregating.
Yeah. Smita, I remember.
Yeah, Smita, hi. Smita Malhotra.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of people who are watching this just want to tell you one thing, guys, that you'll find it crazy when Pradeep Sarkar, before he shot Parinita, an entire audio board was created. Audio board means also audio soundtrack, so that you can almost hear it and can see the film. That kind of detailing. And in that audio board, the first song which I did was the love making of Vidya Balan and Saif, which is a slow version of Hui Mein Parinita. And Bishwadeep is here, is watching us. Bishwadeep did an incredible job of sound designing, juxtaposing a wedding which is happening outside, the Shanai. Tell us about the chudi and all that you were saying that day. What was that?
Yeah, so we were recording at Famous Studios. In a studio there.
La Music.
Yeah, La Music. And we would be literally enacting the scenes. That was a completely, which is also the reason I knew the film fully well. All of us did. All the actors who read out. Smita, of course, read out multiple parts.
Yeah.
Because not all the actors were available, or not all had been cast by the time we did the audio board. This was so that we could hear it, and then Dada would, figure what was working, what was not working. So right from the detailing, the design, sound design had been done even for the audio board. So even your Foley's, चूड़ी की आवाज, एक सांस कही, पैरों की आवाज, हमने सब किया. What an experience!
What an experience!
That was you were saying?
So when Shreya Ghoshal and Sonu Nigam were dubbing this Hui Mein Parinita lovemaking song, so Sonu did his part and he was brilliant. He's a brilliant mimic and he almost did it like as if Saif is saying it. So now you have to understand, Shreya would be that time, 16, 17 years old. Pradeep has to explain to her the scene. He's awkward because Shreya's mom is sitting there. He's saying, "Ami ki kudi." I said, "What are you telling me? You go and tell him now." So tell her what has to be done. So fortunately, Vidya Chopra is there. So both of them went and she's very smart. She did it. But the funny part is that Pradeep is so focused. He's singing and he's saying, "I want breath. I want breath." So I was saying that, Dada, if I'm singing, I can't do both. I can do and sing. No, you can part B, konna. Nobody says that to Shreya Ghoshal anymore. Nobody expects that from Shantanu Moitra anymore. Nobody expects Vidya Balan. Nobody pushes Vidya Balan beyond a point, because I think that is what I miss the most, Vidya. There was no holds barred. You wanted the best, and that's it. Complete deliverance of you as an artist to the creator, Pradeep Sarkar. Undying, trustworthy, no questions asked. That the sentence that he used, na body phek diya. Mujhe lagta hai, cinema, good cinema works like that. Good cinema, a good craft works like that.
I think it was, we spoke about the lovemaking scene. I remember I was a bit nervous because this was my first film, and I had to tell my family that I had scenes like this. So I remember my sister and brother-in-law Priya and Kedar came to meet Dada. He showed them how he had storyboarded it already. And he said, this is how it'll happen and everything. And, I still think there's nothing you see in that, but still it's one of the most, every time I see that scene, I feel a certain, there's this nubile, new love, new something, that exploration, all that is so beautiful in that,
And it's one of the most beautiful sequences I have seen in Hindi films of lovemaking. It's so lyrical. And just to give that mood, it was like this. And पीछे चल रहा था शांति And I think the brief was so beautiful that it has to be so real that you believe that you are married. That's purity. Because that's on what is based the movie. If you don't believe it, the audience doesn't believe they're married, that doesn't work. And therefore, the entire, I must say, audio and visual together, brilliantly they worked hard to make it real.
Yeah.
Though there was a real wedding happening outside, I think that was a master stroke of a scene, Vidya. And you and Saif,
Yeah. Yeah.
brilliant. Pradeep was brilliant. Goosebumps when I talk about these things.
No,
Um,
I think Vinod supported and pushed Dada in equal measure, and Dada
Absolutely,
brought out the best in all of us. Yeah, and God bless him
absolutely.
for that. I hope he's
I
okay.
I'm
Really,
going to
I don't
show
know
one
if
of the.
he is.
He's. I don't know. I told her. I think you. Can you see a sheet, Vidya, on your iPad?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is
Yeah, देखोगे भी
one
नहीं?
of the scenes that this is
Yeah.
how scripts used to be made,
Oh my
and
God, 22nd July 2004. 16 years ago.
yeah. Then this was
Crazy.
this was this. So I think this Vidya sent me this yesterday. Look at she gorgeous. She's looking. It's fantastic, and I must say, Vidya, you're looking gorgeous now. This cannot be the camera. You have done
Thank
something.
you. But I can't see.
You can't see this
No,
photograph.
but I can't see what image you're sharing. No.
Oh, very
Now I
sad.
can.
Anyway, you saw. You
What
saw.
was that?
एक मिनट. I'll just go back. I'll go back. I think it's taking a little time for you to load, but you must see this photograph. This is very important. Um, can you see the image now?
Yes, I can. Absolutely.
Beautiful,
Ah.
man. This is Parinita. Oh my
And do you
God.
know this first scene of looking into camera with a
Mm,
slightly ambiguous, non-committal look? You don't know what that look means. At
mm,
the open, it says Parinita.
mm.
This we shot
Correct.
7 times over.
Oh my God.
7 times over. And we used to joke saying, ये release date तक ये shoot करते रहेंगे हम लोग. But until Dada got what he wanted, which I still don't know what is in that look that he wanted, but there was something in it. 7 times.
There is magic. Innocence. That the way innocence. With what happened last year? You took all the awards. Is that it?
I took all the, I
Kind of.
got all the best debut awards that year.
Awesome.
Yeah,
But
and
look at an
Dada got
amazing
his
thing
best
with
debut
which is
in 50.
yeah, the oldest debut director. Oldest debut director. Yeah. But tell me one thing, Vidya. What
Yeah.
is wonderful is that it could have also happened that Pradeep Sarkar would have worked very hard. Vidhu Chopra would have worked very hard, and we can create so much. But you would not have turned out to be outside Parinita that great an actress. But what a find that Vidya Balan became that actress, which today you ask any filmmaker who wants to do a film with content and substance, and I say this consciously, a film with content and substance cross their heart. They may not say her name because they know she may refuse, but heart in heart, the name which comes is Vidya Balan. We have, in fact, Aniruddha Roy Chaudhary, Tony, who did Pink, and Antohin here watching this, and
Hi,
I
Tony.
know that every time he's thinking it's Vidya Balan. Vidya, I think that's such a isn't that confidence for you that you can do this craft
It's
and you can do it so amazing.
I just feel blessed, Shantanu. I feel
Yeah.
blessed for this journey. I feel blessed for the fact that I'm living my dream every single day. I thought to myself, एक परिणीता मिल गया ना, and people used to keep asking me, how was it to work with Sanju and Seth? And I was like, अगर मुझे एक पेड़ के साथ भी रोमांस करा देते ना, मैं उस फिल्म में कर देती. It was all about doing my best. It didn't matter who was मेरे सामने.
Hmm.
But that paved the way for whatever happened. And of course, it's been a wonderful journey. I've worked with people, wonderful people who've had faith, who've therefore brought out the best in me. And I just feel blessed, yeah. I feel like I'm living my dream every single day. How can this get any better,
Yeah. Also, not that I want to delve too much into this, but I just feel that I have seen you through that phase when you're gaining 2 pounds or losing 2 pounds was national news, and I
Yeah.
just feel that yeah, I think as an actress, you have to deal with a lot of pressure. But I think you've done remarkably well, Vidya Balan. I think hats off to you and your family, people that you love and care. Because I think without that support, sometimes it gets too much. Am I right? That pressure. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I, I really feel it's that one is that family support, and secondly, uh, I think I love what I do so much, Shantanu. I will not let a few kgs or anything else come between me
Absolutely.
and what I love. I guard that ferociously. So
Beautiful.
I'm like, I remember that there were times when, especially in between, I was going through lots of health issues, and my I was really looking like a different person. I had gained a lot of weight, and there's so much scrutiny anyway for actors,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then there was that much more, and people were constantly saying things, but I didn't care. I didn't care. I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and work.
But that's a beautiful thing you said.
And
You love your craft so much that a few kgs here and there somebody's talking about is not consequential at all. I think that's fantastic.
yeah, because I remember at the time that Tumhari Sulu released, I just felt that I was probably at my biggest during Tumhari Sulu. And I remember someone told me, someone very dear to me said that, you don't see. I remember asking, am I looking too big? You know? And I remember him saying that, I didn't see that at all. I enjoyed watching you on screen. I felt like that is such a blessing,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So weight, no weight, what I wear, for me, all of that is just inconsequential as long as I continue to
No.
get to work.
Yeah, and thank God for. I think we have chatted for around an hour 40 minutes. We'll now gradually
What?
run it down. Yeah, yeah. We've seen so many stories. We've not even
And we can
touched.
go on.
We can go on,
Yeah.
but I think it's a very important to say a lot of thank you to a lot of people. I think primarily, and you take half the responsibility. I'll take half the responsibility.
Yes.
One is that
Yes.
I will start by saying that, of course, from my perspective, Vidya Balan Chopra and Pradeep Sarkar, who've completely mentored me for this film. But more importantly, when it comes to Danny, my arranger, Bishwadeep Chatterjee, who's there, Shreya, Shan, Sonu Nigam, Sunidhi Chauhan, Cassie Paheli, when it was happening in the studio, oh my God, Vinod started dancing with Raima.
I
Magical
remember that
moments.
video. Yeah.
Magical
Yeah.
moments of innocence. अभी कहीं पे कुछ हम लोग बहुत guarded हो गए हैं. I wish we can get that innocence back. So yeah, thanks to all of them. Thanks to all the fans who are watching this for loving Parinita. Even today, I know Parinita songs are part of the playlist for many people all over the world. Never imagined. My only thing was to impress Pradeep Sarkar. That was my only. That was my only thing. Vidya, let's hear your thank you list.
Of course, Dada forever and ever and ever. And Vinod Chopra, unquestioningly, he not just gave me Parinita, but once he had that faith, he gave me my next two films, Lage Rahum Na Bhai and Eklavya.
And mine too.
Yeah. And you got the national award.
Correct. Yeah.
So, and Vinod Pradhan, who was
tell about him.
Actually going to shoot this film originally, but his dates clashed with Rang De Basanti, and finally he couldn't do the film. But I remember definitive test that I did. He came to me and he said, Vidya, I've done so many ant films with you. You're happy when you face the camera. जब से परिणीता के टेस्ट शुरू हुए हैं, you just look stressed. He said, forget it. ये film नहीं मिली तो कुछ और मिल जाएगा. But just be your happy self. And then I turned into camera. I turned towards camera, and that was a shot that got me the film. So I'm always grateful to him.
How beautiful.
And yeah, and of course, Nati for making me look the way he did.
Natarajan, guys.
Yeah, Natarajan Subramaniam, Shubarna, you and Swanand for giving me the best songs of my career.
Thank you.
And Tanushri,
Yes.
who is a dear friend, Paula.
Paula, oh my God. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you
What a
know.
family. Yeah,
And
yeah.
we used to do all our costume trials in Paula's house.
Hmm.
So Pavitra, who was
70% of
there with me
costume,
in this.
70% costume trials and 30% gossip.
Yeah, no, actually 60% costume trials, 40, and also Bodhi, Piyu Bodhi.
Of
You
course.
know, she was there holding Dada's hand all the way through, and
Yeah, yeah.
then Vidyadhar Bhatte, the
Ah,
makeup artist,
hmm.
and Hema Munshi, the hairstylist,
Correct.
और बहुत लोग हैं.
Hmm.
I'm sure बहुतों के नाम
Yeah,
मैं भूल
yeah.
रही हूँ. Dinesh Raut, who was
Correct.
doing production in Kolkata.
Correct.
So many people to thank, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
So many
yeah,
people to thank.
yeah. So,
And
yes,
Rekha
of
ji,
course, of course.
who's
Script, right?
ever since, yeah, no, Rekha, of course,
Uh,
Nigam,
uh.
but also Rekha ji in Kaisi
Oh, yeah,
Paheli, I
yeah, yeah,
met
yeah,
her
yeah.
there on set.
Yes, yes, yes.
And ever since, we've had a beautiful relationship.
Hmm. Yeah,
It's
magic.
like I said, you know, and
Raima!
Saif
Yeah.
Sanju, Smita, Supriya, Howard, so many people.
Half the stories I can't tell
I'm
you.
missing out.
But yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a family. It was that is why I think 15 years hit me like, oh my God, 15 saal ho gaye, because it's
Yeah.
precious for all of us. And I thought this is the best day to have a conversation with Vidya, because both of us had a similar a faith and belief, but we are just starting off, new babies.
Yeah.
And I think that is
Yeah.
why the movie is so special to both of us. Before I kind of say goodbye, one very important announcement, guys. There's a new responsibility with me on the right hand side of the screen. You can see WWF India 50 years. I am a brand ambassador for Hope and Harmony for WWF, primarily because the concept is that coexistence of man and other species. Very, very important, guys. So small things you can do. Put some water outside the house so that the birds can feed. कोविड में कोई बाहर नहीं जा रहा है, तो अगर कुछ एक्स्ट्रा खाना है तो नीचे रख दो. The street dogs can take care of it. Small things we can do, because this planet is not just ours, guys. It's all of us together, which makes it beautiful. Parinita could not have been only a Vidya Balan's or a producer cars. It had to be an entire team of people, 250, 300, 400 people, which made such a masterpiece. And I think that is the whole idea. Vidya, thank you for being such an amazing friend. Of all the nonsense addas that we keep on doing, I think after a long time we're doing something purposeful.
I don't think people know how much we gossip together.
I swear, man. I swear. So, but that is so important. And thanks all of you guys for being there today, listening to this. And I can see so many names. Hamsika is there. Oh my God. So everybody is there.
Wow.
Thank you for this. Yeah. And Vidya,
thank you, Shantanu, for doing this. And I hope we work together soon again.
Together. And we have to do this. And before going, let's sing this together. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. You. This is at Shiliguri shoot, right?
My first day of shooting for Kasto Maja.
Really? धरती सजी अंबर सजा
जैसे कोई
सपना इसमें हो घर
तो हम सफर तेरा मेरा
अपना सुना तेरे बिना ये समा
भी जाओ
Vishwadeep was here. He did this. He did this. He used it. Kasto mata hai re lai
Ramailo ukali ora.
Kasto mata hai re lai ma. Ramailo ukali urani. ये हवाएं गुनगुनाए मुझे कहा तू है फूलों में कलियों में या मेरे सांसों की गलियों में ये हवाएं गुनगुनाए बनाए
बनाए।
तू है कहाँ? That's nice. We had a lovely
Thank
Adda.
you.
See you again, and love you so much,
See
Vidya.
you.
We immediately call each other
Me
after this.
too.
Yeah, bye. Take care.